problem, they are two different signs, so that means that I have to subtract them from my mind map. Okay, so I have to line up the decimals. I have 6 and negative 1.5. So whenever whenever the decimal is out of sight, it's always on the right. So I have 6.0, which would be my 6, my larger absolute value. Then I'm going to subtract 1.5 from it. I have to line up my decimals. And in order to do this, I have to borrow. So this turns into a 10 if I borrow from the 6, which turns into a 5. 10 minus 5 gives me 5. 5 minus 1 gives me 4. So my answer for this is, nope, not negative, because the 6 is the larger absolute value. So my answer is just going to be 4.5. I'm going to separate them out. So I have 8 plus 3/8 plus negative 9 plus negative 2/3. I'm going to reorder them so the whole numbers are together. So I have 8 plus negative 9 plus 3/8 plus negative 2/3. Alright, I'm going to add the two whole numbers together. And so I have 8 plus negative 9. Two different signs, so I actually have to subtract. So I have 9 minus 8 gives me 1. But since 9 is the large absolute value, it's going to be negative 1. And then I have 3/8 plus negative 2/3. Those are different signs, so I'm going to subtract. But I have to have a common denominator. In this case, it is going to be a common denominator of 24. My second one is going to be negative. So 8 times 3 gives me 24, so 3 times 3 gives me 9. 3 times 8 gives me 24, so negative 2 times 8 gives me negative 16, but I already have the negative there. Alright, so here I have negative 1 plus 9 plus negative 16, which they are different, so I'm going to take 16 minus 9 to give me 7, but it's going to be negative 7. So I have negative 1 plus negative 7 over 24, which gives me negative 1. Since they're the same signs, I just add them together, negative 1 and 7 over 24.